Daniel swallowed. His hands tightened on the steering wheel. "I'm sorry." "Don't be," Rob said, his gaze still fixed on Daniel's sleeve. "People make mistakes. Some just don't pay for them." Something cold slipped into Daniel's chest. "What's that supposed to mean?" Rob smiled, just slightly, and looked straight ahead. "You ever notice how the rain sounds different when you're guilty?" Daniel blinked. "What?" "The rhythm changes," Rob said. "It gets faster, like footsteps." The silence that followed was suffocating. Outside, the rain seemed to pick up, pounding the car like fists. Then Rob leaned back. "Mind if I smoke?" "Sure," Daniel said automatically. Rob lit a cigarette. The flame illuminated his face, scarred along the jawline, one eye slightly cloudy. "You look tired," he said. "You should rest. I can take the wheel." Daniel shook his head. "No, thanks." Rob shrugged. "Suit yourself." Minutes passed. The rain eased. Daniel reached for his phone, but it finally died, the screen going black. Rob chuckled softly. "Dead battery? Figures." Daniel glanced at him. "What are you doing out here anyway?" "Looking," Rob said. "For what?" Rob smiled wider now. "People who don't deserve to get away." The words hung in the air like smoke. Daniel's throat tightened. You some kind of cop?" Rob's eyes gleamed. "Used to be, until my wife and kid were hit by a man who drove off into the night. He was never caught. But I heard a rumor about someone driving this same stretch of road, same make of car, same dent on the bumper." Daniel's pulse thundered. "You're crazy!" "Maybe," Rob said, pulling something from his coat pocket. A small, blood-stained photograph. A woman and a little boy, smiling. "Maybe I am." Daniel's hand crept toward the door handle. "I didn't—" "Don't lie," Rob said softly. "I followed you from the city. You stopped at a gas station, right? That cashier? She saw the red on your sleeve. You think she won't talk?" Panic flooded Daniel. He shoved the door open and stumbled into the rain. Rob didn't move at first. Then he exhaled smoke, stepped out, and called after him. "Running won't help. Not in this weather." Daniel sprinted toward the woods, mud splashing under his shoes. The branches whipped his face, the cold cutting through his clothes. Behind him, Rob's footsteps followed, steady, deliberate. He tripped over a root, hitting the ground hard. Pain shot up his leg. He crawled, gasping, until he reached an old wooden shed near the tree line. Inside it smelled of rot and oil. He slammed the door and leaned against it, trembling. For a moment, there was silence again. Then the creak of the shed door handle. Daniel pressed his weight against it. "Leave me alone!" Rob's voice came from outside. "You think she forgave you? That poor girl bleeding out while you drove away?" "Shut up!" "Or my wife, my son!" Daniel's mind screamed. He grabbed a rusted wrench. He stared at the screen. The image flickered. For a moment, it showed something behind him, a dark silhouette standing at the foot of his bed. He spun around. No one there. The static cut off. The room went dark. Silence. Ethan's breath clouded in the cold air. He reached for the lamp. It didn't turn on. He grabbed his phone to use the flashlight. Dead battery. Then came a soft creak, as if someone had sat on the edge of the bed. Ethan's chest tightened. "Who's there?" No answer. Just slow, shallow breathing inches away. He shot up and stumbled toward the door, fumbling for the handle. It wouldn't turn. The keyhole was jammed. He banged on the door. "Hey, hello!" The breathing stopped. Then from behind him a woman's voice whispered, hoarse and close, "Don't leave me here again." He turned and froze. A woman stood by the bed, soaked in shadow, her skin pale, veins dark beneath it, eyes hollow but wide with something between sorrow and fury. Ethan stumbled back, knocking over the chair. "What? Who are you?" Her voice cracked. "He said he'd come back for me." The light flickered once, and she was gone. The door swung open. Ethan bolted into the hallway, his footsteps echoing down the endless corridor. Every door he passed looked the same. But when he reached the stairwell, the sign on the wall read, "Third floor again." He turned back. The hallway behind him stretched twice as long now. He ran the other way, but no matter how far he went, the same room number kept appearing, 313. He stopped, panting, staring at the brass numbers glinting faintly in the dim light. Impossible! The door opened by itself. Inside, the woman was sitting on the bed, her head tilted slightly, eyes fixed on him. "You left me," she said softly. "I don't know you," Ethan shouted. Her expression darkened. "You always say that." The lights went out completely. The only glow came from the TV again, showing grainy footage of a man dragging a woman by the arm down a hallway that looked exactly like this one. The man in the footage, same jacket, same hair, was Ethan. He stumbled back. No, that's not..." The woman in the footage screamed. Then the camera dropped and the static returned. The whisper rose again. Dozens of voices now, overlapping, crying, laughing, whispering. "Stay with us." The air thickened. The shadows crawled up the walls. The door slammed shut behind him. He tried the window, nailed shut. He picked up a chair and smashed it against the glass. It cracked but didn't break. He hit it again, harder. That night, she called her friend Mia on video chat. "Girl, I swear this place is weird," Hannah said, holding up her phone so Mia could see the hallway. "Look at this creepy antique mirror." Mia laughed. "It's just old. You watch too many horror movies." "I'm serious," Hannah said. "It moves." Mia squinted. "Wait, move your camera closer." Hannah did. For a split second, the reflection flickered. The mirror showed Hannah and another figure, a tall shape standing right behind her. Mia gasped. "Who's that?" Hannah spun around. No one. When she turned the phone back, the mirror only showed her. The call glitched and cut off. The following morning, the mirror's surface looked darker, almost like smoke trapped beneath the glass. Mr. Firth was in the building's lobby when she left for work. She stopped him. "Hey, quick question. What's the deal with that mirror?" He hesitated. "You should leave it alone." "Why? Is it valuable?" He looked at her for a long time. It belonged to the previous tenant. She insisted it stayed. What happened to her? She moved out. But his eyes said she didn't. By the fourth night, things escalated. Hannah woke again at 3:17 a.m. The mirror was humming, a low, vibrating sound that filled the apartment like electricity. She stepped into the hallway, flashlight trembling in her hand. The mirror's surface rippled like water, and then, from inside, a pale hand pressed against the glass, fingers long and thin, nails blackened. Hannah staggered back. No! The hand slid down, leaving streaks of darkness. Her reflection blinked, but she hadn't. It smiled slowly and whispered from inside the glass, "You look tired." Hannah screamed and threw a vase at the mirror. It shattered into 100 pieces. The sound echoed through the apartment. She backed away, gasping. The mirror fragments lay scattered, and in every shard her reflection still moved. Some smiled, some turned away. One of them lifted a finger and pointed at her. Her phone buzzed. It was a text from an unknown number. Breaking it doesn't help. She tried that too. Hannah didn't sleep. She searched online for Marlowe Apartments' mirror death, haunted objects, Victorian mirrors, anything that made sense. At 5 a.m., she found an archived news article. Local woman found dead in her apartment. Cause cardiac arrest. Mirror in hallway found shattered. Her last words to a friend, "She's inside now." The address matched hers. She called Mr. Firth, voice shaking. "You knew about this." He sighed heavily. "I told you not to cover it. It binds her." "Who?" "Evelyn Marlowe, the original owner. She died in front of that mirror in 1912, and it's been passed through every tenant since. If the mirror breaks, she's free." Hannah's heart sank. "Then she's in there with you now?" The line went dead.